We are live. We are ready for Friday. Let's go post a link for today's excitement on the website. Website is jollyrogerukulele.com, and we meet here every weekday. Play ukulele in an old school way, 17th century lute way. We do a little singing, a little strumming, very little. Then we do lots and lots of picking melodies and fingerstyle play. And today we are going to be playing. Today's Friday, so we play all of the songs from the week, and we have some pretty legit tunes this week. Make sure that the link is working properly, and then we'll talk about what we're playing today. Go down, double check. I click on the link, and it opens up to moi, exactly where it should go. Today we are going to be playing Simple Gifts, The Key of G Arpeggio, Home on the Range, All Through the Night, Estudio by Torrega, and Vive la Compagnie. So we have a lovely day of awesome music. We'll wrap up with Estudio by Torrega. It's the best one of all of them. Put my sheet music here where I can look at it. I know what I'm doing. And let's see who's logged in. Lynn is in. Sound is good. She says I look good. She's got a low opinion of what good means, apparently. But I'm feeling good. And Donna logged in. Brigitte is here. This is her last week of being French. Next time we meet, we'll turn her. I think maybe we'll just go with. I don't know if we've ever called her American. Bridget. So we change her nationality week by week. Donna's in from sunny Lakewood. That's right over there. That's where I grew up. Glad you're here, Donna. I'm married to a Donna, and she's pretty good. Let's see. Melissa's in. Howdy do. Melissa. She was hi. I thought she said hi y'all in the last class, and thankfully that got clarified. One of these times, that person is going to either leave a message or they've got to be calling about the election. That's why they call it over and over and over and over and over. I'm always teaching, so I don't have time to answer the phone when I'm teaching. No, what are you going to do? Oh, you lived in Dallas for a long time. Oh, okay. Oh, well, that explains Melissa a lot, right? That's how you know. Hi, y'all. All y'all. Still one of the great sayings of all time, isn't it? All y'all. All right. Hey, guys, it's 12:06. We've got a small turnout today. That's okay. People will be straggling in late. That's life. Let's play first. Let's warm up with your Better Bar worksheet. You're going to be taking this, just going all the way down to 12 and then all the way back. Okay. Going down, it's thumb, index, middle, ring, and coming up, it's going to be ring, middle, index, thumb. Let's give it a try. Hey, Nancy, welcome in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, and then turn around and come back the other way. Ring, middle, index, thumb, ring, middle, index, thumb, 10. Welcome in, Linda. Guys, if you'll do that every single day when you play, right before you play and warm up, you will build your hand strength and you will be able to do better bars much sooner than if you don't do that. Okay. Takes about what? It takes about 60 seconds to run all the way down and all the way back. But even after all these years of playing, I can definitely feel some tension here, just right at the base of my thumb. And what that's telling me is, hey, those muscles are getting activated. They're like, we're going to be doing that today. Oh, okay, all right, we'll get ready. And I think an instrumental ukulele play, you are going to be doing bar chords. You're going to be doing lots of them. And so the sooner you get comfy with just having bars as being part of what we do, I think it'll the tragedy of running into bar chords will go down. How about that? As an additional warm up, let's go play the key of G arpeggio first. Let's get that guy out of the way. If I had my druthers and I was like, all right, we're going to design a practice schedule for you. The first two things on my schedule for every single person that I've ever taught would be: one, make a better bar worksheet; two, play an arpeggio. And so in my mind, that's how you warm up. That's the best way to get both your right hand and your left hand doing the things that we want them to do. And so give some thought to that, of just every day start with my better bar, then play one arpeggio. It doesn't matter necessarily which arpeggio, they're all designed to do the same thing. And then go through and play the music first that you're working on, and then wrap up with music that's just fun to play. Okay, that would be my suggestion. All right, from the top, key of G major. Remember, we have a repeat at the bottom of page 1, so that goes back all the way up to the top of the page. And then page 2 is just one time through. Okay, so from the top, not as fast as notated, quite a bit slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the top of the page. Page 2. What do we think? How'd we do? Give me some feedback on that. Um, nice, peaceful, gentle piece. Not necessarily easy chords, especially when you're newer. G chord, D chord, those bar chords that snuck in there. There's plenty to be working on refining and getting clean. I find E minor to be really prone with possible tragedy, and just really a beautiful piece of music, I think, and really helpful to you as an instrumentalist thinking about plucking, strumming, three fingers, four fingers, sometimes upper strings, sometimes lower strings. Just giving you a really good introduction into, hey, there's lots and lots of attack strategies we use to make some beautiful noise come out of this. And so I like that tune quite a bit. And again, as a ukuleleist who's going to be a great ukuleleist, starting off with your warm up to get your left hand going, and then a warm up to get your right hand going. That's your make a better bar and an arpeggio. And I think overall you'll be like, yep, I'm making great progress by doing that. So, who else snuck in here? Evelyn managed to make it in. Good to see you. Antonio, welcome in. Good to see you. Let's see, Valerie, uke time. Yep. And Melissa says nice W. So yeah, nice right? She's from Texas. I'm not from Texas, right, Melissa? Just spent some time down there. All right. They talk funny in Texas. Let's see, what are we doing next? All right, so we got the two tough, the kind of the things that are good for you things out of the way, right? And now we can play some music. I'd like to play All Through the Night next, and where did I put it? Ukulele. One of these days I'm going to learn to alphabetize. Melissa used to be a librarian, or I don't know if you ever used to be. I think she is a librarian who's not showing up to the library anymore. And I bet you she can alphabetize way faster than I can. All Through the Night. RMRS. There it is. Gosh. All right. Supposed to play it 3 times through. We're a tiny bit tight on time, so let's just play it 2 times through. We'll play down to the bottom and then play through it again. That way you got 2 shots at getting it right. And again, any way that you feel comfy playing, if you feel like playing chords, sleep, my child, and be attending, you can do that, or you can play just the melody. Or you can play what I'm going to play, which is the tough uke, and let's see how you do from that. From the top, 2 times through. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then go. To the top. Okay. Sheet music says 3 times through, 2 times is plenty. Beautiful little piece of music, don't you think? I really like that tune. You my spice rack. Melissa, you're funny. Awesome. I'm aware I have spices in the cabinet. That's how much I know about spices. And they're all alphabetized. What happens when you have to get a new spice and it starts with a C? You have to move everything over. All right. I did well with the melody. Good, Lynn. That's exciting. The melody is beautiful on that piece. And remember, there when I tell people, sometimes they're like, "Oh, play a melody. That doesn't seem like it's not hard." And so I shouldn't be working on that. Yeah, you should. You should be working on every single song we play. You should play the melody straight through, clean, pretty, consistent, nice, and all that. So, all right, nice, good, Lynn. Hey, Leah, welcome in. You got to ship. I know, right? Back in the day when you get a new book in the library, you'd be like, all right, we got to we got to move the books over. Oh, we're out of room on that shelf. We got to start a new show, We got to get rid of some books. We got to put that one about the Nixon administration in the to be sold pile. All right, let's go to what's next on our list? Our tour of the hits. Home on the Range. Let's go play Home on the Range. You spice racks and your spice racks and alphabet. Yeah, see, once you're a librarian, you can't. It's it. You're doomed. You're forever alphabetizing. Home on the Range. I had a friend who years ago got her master's degree in library. I think they call it media something or other these days, and so I've been making the same Dewey Decimal joke ever since then, and it's hilarious to me, and she's kind of over it, but anyway, pretty funny. All right, Home on the Range. Remember, measures 4, 12, and 28. You could substitute a C minor instead of playing the C major. It sounds prettier. Don't have to. You can play it as written. It's fine. And then there is a typo down at measure 16. That 0 should be a 3 on the second string. Should be there. It's the same note. It's just that's one tied note, and so don't hit it twice. Basically, is what I think I'm saying. So, all right. Yeah, life is so much easier when everything's in order. I'm pretty good in my computer. I pretty much have everything in a file, but there's stuff that you're just not sure what you're going to do with, right? And so it tends to stack up in my downloads folder, and that folder makes me nervous because it's not in any kind of order. All right, Home on the Range. Let's play it as written. Let's go all the way down to measure 32. Then we come back and we'll play it a second time. Okay, 2 times through. If you play cool thing, maybe play it with if you're playing tough, you play it different plucking styles. Might do thumb one time and plucking the other time. If you're playing melody, then switch to chords, or play chords and then switch to melody. Think of a way to make the second time through a little bit different than the first time through, and see how it goes. Okay, from the top, 2 beat counted, and we'll play 2 times through. 1, 2. second ending. There we go. There we go. That is a nice arrangement. There's everything about that is right. That is just really, really pleasant to play on ukulele. All the tones feel very, very, very lush and nice. Yay, good for us. Rock and roll, right? Okay. Hopefully that went well for you. Let's then slide into keeping the Western theme into simple gifts. Simple gifts. There it is. All right. The only note on mine is that the very last chord, I got 5-5-5-8. I just added it onto the very end. Okay, this is that F chord at the very end to wrap it up. That's my only note on here. All right, from the top, not fast, and one time through. Okay, so see how pretty you can make it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, couple things. One, I sped up, right? I felt myself getting faster and faster and faster, and I was like, oh gosh, slow down. So I tried to pull it back toward the bottom, but I probably did not end up at the speed that I started. So one, that's terrible, and I apologize. I wanted to play it slower so that you would have a little bit easier time getting out some of those complicated F chords with your pinky, and just let the thing get away on me. And then a couple plays I was trying to get fancy, and I failed on that too. So Gary, just play what's on the paper from now on, will you? At the tempo that you started with. All right, nice. Let's see. Beautiful arrangement, especially when you get that C minor. Yeah, I would say I will be reposting in this, the stuff that I'm finding a little of this and a little of that. And when I repost Home on the Range, it for sure will have those C minors in there. They sound really cool, right? Simple gifts. I have been teaching this since the very beginning of when I started teaching ukulele, and I have essentially not changed the piece of sheet music at all ever. So sometimes I try to get cute and add in some extra little notes here after in the half notes, but sometimes I am more on the game than others when I'm fixing that. All right, I love that tune. Favorite tune of mine. I do not know why. All right, so we played Simple Gifts, played Key of G arpeggio, played Home on the Range, played all through the night. If you're in book one and you're like, this is a lot. This is a lot harder than when I learned how to play Somewhere Over the Rainbow with singing. Then you are in the right place. Yes, it is a lot harder to do this. And so if you're in book one, this is the moment you sort of take stock of how am I doing, right? Am I playing the melody? Does that make sense? And do all the chord shapes make sense? Is tough uke starting to be a thing for me? That's what you're wanting to do. Now we're going to move on to book 2 stuff. If you are in level 1, or just getting started with this, melody, 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 just play that and just be doing everything you can to get your head around, hey, that 3 means this, and that 5 means this, and the 7 means this. And then obviously long term, I want you to be able to play melody at a lickety split as if it's no big deal. I want you to be able to play all your chords. I'd like you to sing if you happen to be able to sing, and if not, I want you to be able to do tough uke, and I want you to be able to do it at the speeds that I play them at. And so that's a journey, right? And so we don't judge ourselves on whether we're playing at the top level. We judge ourselves whether we're surviving at whatever level we happen to be at. So my version of Home on the Range has C minor chords. It's dated 620. Yes, Don, I know at some point I put the C minor version out, but I don't know why it's not showing up here. So obviously, either I neglected to update the sheet music properly, or I got in a hurry. I don't know what happened, but anyway, the C minors used to be there, and then they disappeared, and then so anyway, you have the correct version, Donna. I will be putting those back in for sure. So I don't know why. I don't know how they ended up getting back out, but in any event, there we go. It happens, right? All right, let's play Vive la Compagnie. Let's get our French marching hats on. Tams, I think they call them. Vive la Compagnie. Chords here are beautiful. A little bit harder to get in correct timing, but I think you can do it. I know you can do it. Okay, 4 times through is a lot, so let's do it 2 times through. Okay, so we'll play down through 16, and then we'll skip 16 the second time through. Not fast. Should have a march feeling to it. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let every good fellow now join in this song. Viva la Compagnie. That's kind of what you're after, okay? And obviously, if you're hanging out with people and they want to play it fast, you can. Let every good fellow now join in the song. Viva la Compagnie. But we don't do that here, okay? It's too much work. From the top, I'm going to count in 2, and then we're going to play it through twice. 1, 2. That's a cute song. I love those D minors in here. Love them. I don't know why. I wish they're just like, let every good fellow now. I mean, it just got this richness to it that's really beautiful. So yeah, I like it. Let's see. All right, Vive la Compagnie. Let's finish up today with our final song, the song that's gonna hopefully inspire you, hopefully cause you a little bit of angst. Hopefully make you a better player. Hopefully make you start wandering the internet looking at guitar videos of classical music, classical guitar. The Studio by Tarrega. Okay, I would say probably if you were a classical guitar player, this would be sort of level one. It's not beginner stuff by any stretch of the imagination, but it's also not particularly advanced material either. So it's right in that early part of your guitar training that you would tackle a piece like this. For you guys, really what this represents is another opportunity to get your claw in place and get these arpeggio patterns working. And I think the other thing this piece does is sort of force you to accept that you're going to have to, in measures, what is it, 3, 11, and 15, 3, 3, 7, 3, 7, and 15, sorry, 3, 7, and 15, that this shape here, basically you're going to have to memorize that that's how it goes, because getting your fingering correct and just making sure that those are no chord. That is a chord, right? It's an E7, but it's not an E7 that looks like anything to us. And so when you end up on that type of a chord, you're like, okay, that's not one of our standard shapes. That is my new shape, and I'm going to make sure that my middle finger hangs out to be ready for that when we get there. Okay, so that moment in the song sort of requires you to make a decision and then stick with it when you're playing. I think the other place that happens is they're down at measure. When you go into measure 10 and you have to drop in your bar here, you got to be ready for that. And so it's a really nice piece of music in terms of making you think through strategy. Mostly you're playing an arpeggio, but you need a strategy with your left hand, and then you got to execute that strategy, because a lot of times you're going to look at the music and be like, oh yeah, it's that section, and then you're going to look down at your hands, get yourself set up well on that section, then look back up and see what the next thing is. So strategery, strategy on how to get the smoothest presentation out of your instrument. Remember, we play through 8, we go back to 1, play down to the bottom, go back to 9, play down through the bottom, harmonics on the last time through if you can. Okay. This instrument is iffy on whether it wants to do those or not. All right, from the top, not fast. I will count in 3, and then we will be going at a comfortable pace. How about that? 1, 2, 3. 9. I would just play that song every single day. That's beautiful. All right. How many people we ended up with? 13. Excellent. Thank you all for being here. Let me give you a couple of thoughts for the coming week. I will not be here this week. And so this coming week. And so if you will take time over the weekend and throughout next week to check in the website once in a while, I'll be posting you music. We're going to start on Christmas music. And what I decided to do is we will continue on with the introductory material. So you guys are up to simple gifts at this point, which means you're almost to the end of the program anyway. But I'm going to post each week. Like next week, we'll probably do Carnival of Venice and Daisy Bell. The week after, Key of F, Aloha Oi, Scarborough Fair. So I'll go ahead and finish out those pieces for you next week and probably the week after. But I'm also going to start sneaking in some Christmas music for you to get started on. And we start in November so that you have them ready and to play by Thanksgiving, so that then when you actually pull the switch over onto playing Christmas music, you never play it before Thanksgiving. You got to make that commitment. But after Thanksgiving, you got to play all that's all you got to play. So I like you to have a 3-week ramp up to get your Christmas music in your book, and I'll go through a little bit of it and get that started. So we will. Melissa says, "Yikes." Either yikes I played so well, or yikes I played so horrible. But whatever yikes means she's having an emotional reaction to something that's going on in her life, and we want to support having strong emotions when it comes to music. So anyway, I will not be here next week. But I will post you sheet music and keep you occupied with stuff. So don't hesitate to come by, pick up your music, and you might check it a couple of times over the next week. And so we'll be starting with probably First Noel, Silent Night, Silver Bells, a few of those type songs. And we'll have some Christmassy, Santa Clausy type music and some Jesus-y type music. And I think you'll end up with some really nice tunes for ukulele. And you guys have a wonderful week. Do good, be safe. Keep practicing, keep showing up. Don't show up next week. Well, show up in this time slot, sit down and do your practice during this time slot. Yeah, even though I won't be here. And then like and subscribe if you haven't done that. Thank you guys for all being here and being becoming instrumental ukulele players. It's a very different activity than most people ever go through. And you will end up a fine musician if you stick with it. So, all right, Evelyn. All right. See. Oh yeah. Next class we're doing a Halloween extravaganza. I'm gonna go get a different ukulele. It's hard to play those ones. Can't do the tough uke on that one yet. Yeah. I don't necessarily even recommend you do the tough uke on Torrega. To be honest, it's not. It's only for those players that are really solid on the melody. Then can go in and start thinking about adding in chords to create some depth of sound. But I don't really even recommend you use the tough uke on that song. Lynn says, woohoo. Happy with just doing the melody on the studio. That's all you should do, guys. If you decide you're going to, as me, I didn't do the tough uke because I just don't think it's really necessary. I wanted I have a few students who are like, I must have tough uke. I must do it. And so I wanted them to have something to ruin their lives with. But the melody is beautiful. And that's what I played just now. And that's probably all I'll ever play. So, Antonio, glad you're here, bud. delighted you found us. Brigitte, I'm still struggling with the melody on that one. Slow, right? I played it at a fairly slow pace, but you slow it down even more. Ring, middle, index, ring, middle, index. Get that steady, and then all you have to do is pay attention to that your left hand is where it needs to be, which is a lot. So there you go. Lynn, you're welcome. Leah, good to see you. Thank you. Nancy, you're welcome. And Linda. Well, next minute, I know we're gonna go play some. We're gonna go play Halloween music. Why not? What the heck? Yeah, you guys are good. All right, awesome. Have a wonderful week. I'm gonna pull the plug. I will see some of you in the next class, and I'll see some of you in 2 weeks on a Monday. All right. Yeah. It's a week off, right? All right. Have a good one, guys. Thank you.